49 అంటే సంతానం, 49 అంటే సంతోషం.
హాయ్ ఎవ్రీబడి. ఈరోజు మళ్ళీ సందీప్ పట్నాయక్ గారితో ఒక ఇంపార్టెంట్ సబ్జెక్ట్ డిస్కస్ చేయబోతున్నాము. ఈరోజు హైదరాబాద్లో కామన్ మ్యాన్ ఒక అపార్ట్మెంట్ కానీ ఒక ఇల్లు కానీ కొనలేని పరిస్థితిలో ఉన్నాడు. సందీప్ పట్నాయక్ గారు చెప్పినట్టుగా ల్యాండ్ ప్రైజెస్ అనేటువంటి పెరిగిపోయాయి. దానికి కారణాలు కూడా ఇంత క్రితం వీడియోలో డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. డిస్క్రిప్షన్లో ఉన్న వీడియోను చూడండి. ఈరోజు ఉన్న సబ్జెక్ట్లో అపార్ట్మెంట్స్ అంత కాస్ట్లీ అవ్వడానికి గల కారణం ఏంటి, కస్టమర్ మైండ్ సెట్ ఎలా ఉంది, బిల్డర్ మైండ్ సెట్ ఎలా ఉంది, అసలు బిల్డర్ మైండ్ సెట్ కస్టమర్ మైండ్ సెట్ ఒక కన్సెన్సస్ లాగా ఉన్నప్పుడే బిజినెస్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది, కానీ అది కనపడట్లేదు. ఈ విషయాలను సందీప్ పట్నాయక్ గారిని అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాం. नमस्ते जी. सर जी, आप बताइए ये रेजिडेंशियल मार्केट में बिकॉज पीपल आर नॉट गोइंग टू बाय बिकॉज इफ यू टॉक अबाउट देयर employability also, because layoffs are coming up and even people working also, they are not getting better salaries and increasing of land prices and construction prices, whatever it is. What is the disparity, sir? Which people are buying in Hyderabad? कितने percentage में हो रहे, किधर हो रहे? What is the reason for not buying? People like me.
See, I'll tell you, I always say that, see earlier, I'll tell you 15 years back, 20 years back, the average age of people who used to buy flat was anywhere between 38 to 45 or 50. Now that has shrunk, even people are buying between, let's say, 25 to 35 also. Now let's see, during that COVID 2 years, most of the people were in the house, and it was a talent war. And everyone had 2 to 3 jobs, right? And a few of them were doing moonlighting also. They were working in 3 companies at one go. And due to the talent war, all the big companies had to give huge hike. And I know of stories where people got 100 to 200% hike also. So what happened when they were in house? They made savings by, let's suppose, just to give perspective, the petrol cost going and coming came down. Plus they got anywhere between 30% to 200% increase in the salary. Right. As a result, they got tempted to buy the flats, right? They bought the flat at that point of time when the interest rate was very low, right? I'm talking about the Indian scenario. So let's suppose someone who had a monthly EMI of 35,000 rupees, right? Now what has happened in the last 6-7 months, the interest rate has gone by 3 times. Yes. So what happened, the same person who was paying 35 to 50,000 rupees, let's suppose EMI, now that what has happened, the EMI has gone up and they are feeling the pinch, right? First of all, there is a massive layoff happening. And today's newspaper in Economic Times says that the top 20 unicorns, as you know, are the startup were valued more than $1 billion. Top 20 unicorns in India, 50% of their employees are looking to leave the startup sector or they are thing. So there is a clear signal that things, at least in the IT sector and startup sector, is not that rosy that it used to be during the COVID and before COVID, right? And a lot of layoffs are happening. So same people who got very adventurous and bought flats at a high rate, at a high EMI, now feeling the pinch because the interest rate has gone up, their EMI per month has gone up drastically, and then also they're losing jobs. And also people, those companies who are at talent war, just to give an example, there are a lot of companies, Indian companies, and they hired almost 30 to 40, many companies hired 20% to 30% of their entire strength, what they had built in 10-20 years in 2 years time. Now they are realizing that they did a mistake and they now started firing the people, right? So the scenario of job scenario and job security scenario is not there, right? So people are feeling the punch. Now to answer the question, now who are people who are buying the flats, right, in Hyderabad? I feel that as you know, Hyderabad has a very good migrant population. Right. A lot of people are from North India, West India, East India. We see still the interest from them to buy because they compare that with their homestead and they still see a value there. They are buying it, right? But we have seen now, when I speak to developers in the last 3-4 years, we clearly see that the slowdown has started. In the sense, if developers are selling per month 20 flat per project, now they are selling 12 flat. We have seen that slowdown already happening.
Even now.
We are talking of now. The slowdown has started in the last 2-3 months, right? So this is the warning signal. And I believe that the big developers like Aparna, Raj Pushpa, or My Home or Pebble and few more, they have the balance sheet strength and they have a financial discipline, and even if the market goes down in next 1-2 years for various factors, they can withstand the storm. But I am worried about the small and medium developers who have taken loans as high as 21% to 30% from the private investors, right? Who have got aggressive and all and building millions of square feet of thing. They are the people, they are going to get hurt big time. They are going to really get impacted because of the slowdown what we are seeing, right? So my advice to the buyers is that for next 2 to 3 years you have to be very cautious about the brand of the developer you want to invest your hard-earned money to buy the flat, right? You have to be very cautious of the brand and the track record. Even if you have to pay 10-15% premium, please go ahead and do that, but be very cautious to invest in someone who does not have a track record. And I always say that when you are selecting where to invest, right? Obviously location is there, price is there, but I always say that do your homework well on the balance sheet strength and the intent. When I say intent of the developer, you just check with various stakeholders. If the developer has done in past project, committed that he will complete in 3 years, whether he has completed in 3 years or 5 years. Now that is about the intent also. Sometimes it is about economy also, if economy goes down, right? And whether what he promised that developer is given or not, if the quality and all, right? It's very important to do your homework well. A lot of people do the mistake and then call that I have invested money but I am stuck for last when it is delayed for more than 2 years, 3 years and stuff like that. So do your very homework well and then invest your hard-earned money. Next 2 to 3 years, be little cautious whom you are partnering with when you are putting your money to buy a flat.
One more thing, Sandeep. Now the prices how you rate, because they are going to increase further?
No, I feel that now whatever increase had happened in last 2.5 years. Now we'll see that it will get stagnant or it will hold on. That price will hold on. The reason being because the massive layoff, economy is a little bit impacted. Then your huge over inventory or oversupply. All these three things. And also, let me tell you, also we see that the liquidity has come down in the market as compared to last 2 years. The amount of liquidity was there in the market, that also come out. So if you include all this massive layoff, that is the employment scenario not that great.
Right.
Over inventory or oversupply in residential apartments, liquidity going down in the market, and the interest rate going up 3 times in 6 months. All this will impact the absorption and the pricing also.
And what is your advice to our viewers?
Be very cautious. Be very cautious. When you are investing in residential now, while you go with location and price, but you generally don't, investors or the people, they don't do a lot of due diligence on the profile of the developer, the track record of the developer, the balance sheet of the developer, and do a homework that how many projects he or she has developed in time, deliver in time, quality and stuff like that. So do your homework well and then only invest.
If somebody wants services, people can approach you?
Yeah, JLL has a residential brokerage team. We help people to buy flats.
You are associated with many builders in Hyderabad, residential. Yes. How many builders, Sandeep, you tied up?
Anytime we are working with at least 20 to 30 builders.
30 builders. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సందీప్ జీ. ఇప్పుడు సందీప్ గారు చెప్పినటువంటి విషయం ఏంటంటే చాలా ముఖ్యమైన విషయం వారు చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఇప్పుడు రెసిడెన్షియల్లో ప్రైజెస్ అనేటువంటివి ఇక ముందు అంత పెరిగే అవకాశం లేదు, కొంతకాలం వరకు కూడా అలాగే ఉంటాయి. కారణం ఏమంటున్నారంటే ఇప్పుడు లేఅప్స్ అనేటువంటివి జరుగుతున్నాయి, లిక్విడిటీ క్రంచ్ అనేది మార్కెట్లో ఉంది, తర్వాత బిల్డర్స్ కూడా ఓవర్ సప్లై ఉంది, వాళ్ళు లిక్విడేట్ చేసుకోలేకపోతున్నారు. కాబట్టి ఇలాంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో రేట్స్ పెరిగే అవకాశం లేదని వారు చెప్తున్నారు. కానీ వాళ్ళు చెప్పే ఒక కాషన్ ఏంటంటే బిల్డర్ యొక్క ప్రొఫైల్ చూడమంటున్నారు, వాళ్ళ ట్రాక్ రికార్డ్ చూడమంటున్నారు, వాళ్ళ ఫైనాన్షియల్ క్యాపబిలిటీ చూడమంటున్నారు, ఇవన్నీ చూసే డెసిషన్ తీసుకోమంటున్నారు. వాళ్ళు కూడా రెసిడెన్షియల్ బ్రోకరేజ్లో ఉన్నారు. కాబట్టి మన వ్యూయర్స్ ఏదైనా సలహాలు కావాలంటే నెంబర్కి డిస్క్రిప్షన్లో నెంబర్కి ఫోన్ చేయండి, మనము JLL వాళ్ళ సర్వీసెస్ కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు. మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ వీడియోలో మళ్ళీ కొత్త టాపిక్తో కలుద్దాం. అప్పటి వరకు సెలవు. బాయ్.